There is an edge to me. There is a darkness which I really enjoy, and making that movie this summer, I'm basically like a silly guy. I lose my temper and stuff sometimes, and things get a bit crazy, but it's a very slapsticky, silly comedy. I would love to play either a recurring role on a show or like, yeah, a star or co-star in a movie where I'm accessing the darkness a bit more. And I think Brandon, you've seen that a little bit in some of the auditions I've got.
Yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah.
Yeah, like the one the other day, there wasn't much to that role, but I got to just not do much, which was really cool because it was all in the dude's head. And then, he had a panic moment at the end. But I would love to I love like darker creeps and scary people as characters. They're way more interesting than good guys. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the good guy is always like, you always love the bad guy. Like what's his name? What's that amazing like Southern American actor that Tarantino started using, and he shows up in like Danny McBride comedies now all the time. But do you know what I'm talking about? He's one of like the best actors out there right now. He plays the white-haired priest in the Righteous Gemstones. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
You guys,
Not
hold
John
on.
Goodman. John Goodman?
No.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember John Goodman's name.
Okay.
You fools. No.
What Tarantino movie was he in?
Django Unchained and the Snow one, whatever what it's called.
Oh, not Christoph.
Oh, Walton Goggins. Walton Goggins.
Oh, okay.
I feel so bad for forgetting Walton Goggins' name. But if you ever watch the series Justified, he came on as this bad guy as a counter to the sheriff, and was basically supposed to die in the first season, I think. But he became a leading role in the rest of the whole series, and his story arcs were just as important or sometimes more important than the leads, because his bad guy was so captivating and multidimensional, and it's one of the best performances ever. And then of course Walton Goggins has, I'm sure, had his pick of the litter for roles ever since then. And as you see, he's cruising through. Well, you guys didn't know who I'm talking about, but yeah, he's. And even if you watch The Hateful Eight, that's the other Tarantino one.
Right.
He's kind of got a bit role in that, and even in the movie, you start realizing like, no, wait, he's kind of the centerpiece role, like, and he's just so dynamic, and I love that kind of stuff. I love it when you can tell that a bad guy is conflicted within themselves for various reasons as well, and yeah, there's all kinds of factors that lead to their decisions.
Yeah,
not just
we always talk about no bad guy or villain really thinks they're the bad guy. They think they've somehow justified it or done the mental gymnastics in their head to justify why what they're doing is necessary, and they need to do it. And often they're quite charming and quite fun and have their silly moments as well, like all human beings too. I've got a fun synchronicity too. Another actor that you were mentioning last time when you were in the studio earlier in the week here, you mentioned Scoot
McNairy. Yeah, I like all the character actors. Yeah. Okay, what were you going to say?
Well, the synchronicity is that same night I randomly threw on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood just to watch that again. And
yeah, there you go.
Scoot McNair's in that too.
Yeah, see, he's got a small role, but then look at that role, completely memorable. But he's not a bad guy. He's like Scoot's like but Scoot's character in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. No, wait. Was it Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Yeah, I think doesn't he get his
he's on set
face smashed? Right. Isn't that him?
He plays an actor playing a cowboy that gets shot on the TV show.
Oh, right.
On the porch of the saloon.
Right.
But another incredible, speaking of Scoot, they were in a movie together with these two actors, Ben Mendelsohn. So Ben Mendelsohn, is like he plays the bad guy in Rogue One, but he's an old Australian actor that's got like just a dynamic career, incredible. But if you watch season 1 of the HBO show, I think it's HBO, called Bloodline, he has a arc just for the first season, and honestly, it's really hard to watch the show after he's gone, because he is just like, man, I would aspire to be anything like, yeah, who was I talking about? Ben Mendelsohn or Walton Goggins, any
Yeah.
kind of character like that. I think because I come at it independently and very amateurish through comedy, and like that's how I got my experience. I don't think I could ever pull off something like that like those guys can, but man, those kind of character roles are my, yeah, that's
Yeah,
something I would aspire
I
to.
I gotta disagree with you there, Chris. I
Yeah,
think
I
you
put my
can pull
money
this
on
off.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. And now we got it
100%.
out. We put it out to the world too. So, and so it is.
Yeah, well, I mean, the other thing too about being a creator is like maybe I'll just create a project that 10 people see, but I'll get to do it my way and do that, you
Mhm.
know?
Right.
Yeah, that, so you're never really giving up on that, yeah.
Yeah. And I think I've told. I'm
But
certainly
thanks,
told-
guys. I appreciate the compliment. Sorry to cut you
Yeah,
off.
no worries. I've
Okay.
told Brandon this. I know. I don't know if I've told you this, but long term for Laughing Vikings, my long term goal, like at top level, would be to get Laughing Vikings into the realm of Happy Madison or Heartbeat Productions, where I can just green light my friends' projects. Be like, yeah, what's the Chris Locke untitled project? Here's $5 million to go make that. Yeah, if I had a bank full of money right now and a few horses to bet on, you'd be one of those horses, Chris, for sure. So 100%. So the second I got a spare $5 million, you got it.
Yeah.
You're
Okay, well,
it's
I hope you
greenlit.
find $5 million one day.
Yes.
I think it's behind the scrim.
Thank you,
it.
thank you.
Yeah. It's kicking around here in the studio somewhere.
Yeah,
Luna
it
might
might
have
be
it.
outside. Honestly,
buried it.
$5 million, it might be outside.
Under an X that's marked the spot.